Hi, my name is John Egofske, and as mayor, I want to share some information about a very important referendum that will be on the ballot for the upcoming April 2nd election. Over the past several years, as a village, we have experienced significant budget shortfalls of $1 million per year. We have balanced our budget each year by managing our costs, reducing staff, and foregoing necessary infrastructure investments and improvements. As a board, we have made the tough decision to initially try and fund this annual $1 million shortfall by not increasing outstanding long-term debt. We recognize increasing debt fixes our problem in the short term, but only kicks the can down the road to future taxpayers. Instead, as a board, we are initially proposing options that will help fund our shortfall by those other than Lemont residents. The first option we proposed was a home rule referendum last November, which included a 1% sales tax along with new user fees on trucking and gaming. We cannot tax these activities as a non-home rule town. This home rule referendum, which would have put 30% of the funding burden on Lemont residents, failed. We are now proposing a non-home rule 1% sales tax referendum that will put 50% of the tax burden on Lemont paying residents. If the 1% sales tax referendum fails on April 2nd, we do have other options for funding. However, these options will put 100% of the tax burden on residents, which will include very significant increases in our local fees such as water rates and vehicle stickers. A non-home rule sales tax referendum will increase our local sales tax from 9% to 10%. The referendum on April 2nd will not provide any home rule authority to raise other taxes or funding. If the referendum passes, the additional funding of over $1 million annually will be spent on infrastructure improvements such as our roadways, water and sewer systems. For a more detailed list of projects we need to address, please visit the Lemont Village website. The 1% sales tax increase will add one additional penny for every dollar spent on general merchandise purchases and dining out. The 1% increase will not apply to any medicine, internet purchases, or most grocery purchases. Our current sales tax rate in Lemont is 9%. If the 1% sales tax referendum passes, our new rate of 10% will be in line with several of our surrounding communities. Many of our neighboring communities have increased their local sales tax by charging additional taxes for both food and beverage. Who currently pays sales tax? Approximately 50% of our Lemont sales tax is purchased by non-residents or customers living outside of the village, including industrial buyers of concrete and wood mulch. Many village taxpayers are surprised to find out that only 6.5 cents out of every dollar of their property tax goes towards the village to fund all village services, including village roadways, water system, safety, and police services. The remaining 94 cents per tax dollar goes to other taxing body districts, including the county, our schools, fire, park district, library, and township. So how is the 6.5 cents of every tax dollar, or the total $3.4 million of village property taxes, invested? Well, if you have an annual $10,000 property tax bill, approximately only $360 goes toward village services, and the remaining $290 covers our pensions for our current and retired employees. To offset rising pension costs over the past couple of years, we have had to make reductions in staff and services. Over the past 10 years, our staffing levels have decreased 22% from a high of 90 employees approximately 10 years ago down to 70 current full-time employees. So why do we have a funding gap of over $1 million per year? The short answer is that due to various factors at our state level, our major revenues over the last 4 years have been flat to down, whereas our fixed costs for both police pensions and debt have been increasing by 20%. As a board, we have made a commitment to pay down our outstanding debt, which was at a high of $36 million 3 years ago, and to decrease our current unfunded police pension liability of $7.5 million. We currently spend $2.4 million alone on fixed costs for both our outstanding debt and police pensions. Over the past several years, our budget shortfall has impacted several infrastructure projects, including road resurfacing, alley and sidewalk repairs, water system maintenance, and various enhancement projects. As a board, we do have other options, albeit limited, if the April 2nd sales tax referendum fails. However, these options will put 100% of the tax burden on residents. As a non-home rule community, our alternative revenue sources to fund our shortfall are limited. Therefore, our only options will include significant increases to our vehicle sticker program, which will be implemented on an annual basis, as well as material increases to our water and sewer bills. In addition, we will continue to have to defer or abandon other projects related to our road and water systems. As mayor, and on behalf of all board members, it is not easy for us to propose additional taxes. However, we feel the sales tax increase is better than putting 100% of the burden on our tax-paying residents. On the April 2nd ballot, the sales tax referendum question will be referred to as an occupational or a municipal 1% tax increase. In addition, there will be 2 advisory questions that are advisory in nature only, requesting input from our residents if the village should invest resources in our public infrastructure, including both our road and water systems. In advance, we want to thank everyone for their input in addressing this issue, and feel free to reach out to us if you have any additional questions or comments. Please be sure to vote and make your choice count. Again, Election Day is April 2nd, and early voting starts on March 18th at the Township Hall.